Android Authority is back in Barcelona for MWC 2024, and you've probably already seen some of our coverage of the show, and if you haven't, shame on you. But don't worry, there's a link up here with all the videos we've produced at MWC so far, so make sure to check that out. Now, behind the scenes and behind all the videos and photos that we produce, what really goes on? What is it like for a team of tech veterans to cover a big show like MWC? Somebody is singing and playing guitar really loud right now. I don't know if you can hear it. Anyway, for this year's MWC, I asked the team their thoughts about what it's like to cover the trade show so that you guys could learn the truth about MWC 2024 and pretty much every other trade show we cover.
In the kitchen of MWC. It's so busy. I think that's the one thing that you kind of forget when you're watching or reading it. There's like 80,000 people all in like one hall, all trying to have a look at some of the same things. So
90,000 people this year.
90,000 people, even more than I thought it was.
Just how much work happens before you reach the show and before even the show starts. We're here 3-4 days, sometimes 5 days before, just trying to catch up with companies who are revealing their products on Monday. In order for us to have like our coverage ready beforehand, we have to get the products in our hands like 2 days before, prepare the video, prepare the news coverage, get the photos, get everything ready. So by the time Monday comes around, at that point we're exhausted, I think.
I think hidden away from people is the amount of coordination that needs to happen, not just between like our team, like the Android Authority team, but the brands teams. You know, they have to coordinate all this information to be dispersed to not just us, but like hundreds of other journalists from all sorts of different countries, different languages, different customs, you know, different types of publications, different media. It's like this massive undertaking.
I think people don't realize how big this is. The event is huge. It's spread across like a huge space, and we have to do a lot of legwork when we are here on ground.
I think a lot of people who watch or read content from trade shows like MWC don't realize how fast all the content has to be produced. Here at MWC or any event, you're going to an event, you're shooting it, and you immediately have to start editing. You don't have 4 hours. You have to do it within the hour and sometimes even shorter, 30 minutes to produce the content and get it out there. Not only is it just breaking news, but you're competing with all these other outlets to essentially tell the same story and hope that you're one of the first to publish.
Am I looking in the wrong direction? Yeah, okay. The best part about this MWC is that I got to meet my entire team, like the people I work with almost on a daily basis. And that's happened after 5 years of me working at Android Authorities. Also, of course, you're in Barcelona. And I did go to a game. I went to the FC Barcelona versus Getafe game. That was my first football game. And I'm not a football fan, but just, you know, having the team around, it was a good team experience.
A lot of people don't realize that we do all of our jobs sitting behind a desk in our own apartments, and we don't get to interact even with our own team members face to face. So just seeing them, hearing their voices in person and not through a screen and a camera, that makes up for it, and you get to discover everyone's personality in real life.
So meeting people that you wouldn't necessarily meet, like I got to meet a load of people that I have only ever seen on a camera for like for Android Authority, and then people that I've watched like do content for years and write content. So it's cool to kind of like mingle with them and just say hello.
So at CES, I probably spend like 40% of my time in an Uber getting from one place to the other. Whereas MWC, you go to one place and then you're there. You can just walk around and visit everything all in one spot. It makes it just easier for logistics. I also just love Barcelona. It's great being here. Like, I'm glad that MWC happens here because I love being here.
It's such a privilege and an honor to be at these events where essentially the cutting edge of technology is showcased to a select few before it actually goes out to the world. It's a special position to be in. It's a special feeling to actually be so involved with tech.
So, okay, I'll go. I got to see a couple of interesting products at MWC this year. I was lucky to attend the Samsung Ring briefing where I got to actually hold, touch, wear, finger the ring. Can I say that? And you can check that video up by clicking up here. Up here.
The Lenovo transparent laptop, I think it's a good concept. It's something to explore. It's obviously not something you can immediately start using. It's got a lot of privacy concerns attached to it, but yeah, it was something cool.
That Motorola rollable that I did a video on, that was like the folding Browning phone for your wrist, and that's actually quite a little cool concept. And that, along with things like the car that's self-driving with the eye tracking from Honor, I think is really cool.
The Nubia Flip 5G, not because I liked it as a phone, I just like seeing that there's the foldables market is becoming more mass market. You know, the Nubia Flip 5G is €599, which is almost half the price of something like the Galaxy Z Flip 5.
As somebody who does film, I was naturally drawn to the Xiaomi 14 Ultra global launch. I did a full hands-on video over here, which you can check out. It was just really nice to see something film-focused and cinematography-related, because it's essentially an intersection of my two passions, filmmaking and emerging tech. So that's pretty awesome.
You're like busy 24/7. It's not just that you're at the trade show, you do your thing and you go back. You're at the trade show, you do your thing, you go back, then you work a little more, then you work a little more to, sort of send those videos out, put the articles out.
I think the lack of sleep just does it for me, because like I end up sleeping 4 or 5 hours a day, not nearly enough to do all the running around.
For 4 or 5 days constantly, and I track my sleep all the time, and I've been getting like 4 hours sleep, and that's usually, I'm getting 8 usually, so 4 hours is not where it needs to be.
Slow walkers. So basically there's one lane that takes you through the entire complex, and as you're walking, you're seeing all these booths and all these lights and all these cool things, these new technologies, whatever. So people just stop in the middle of the walkway, and just everybody has to stop too, because there's so many people in this walkway. And if you ever wanted to just get to somewhere, if you were ever just like, okay, I'm at point A, I need to get to point B in the next 5 minutes, it's not happening, because there's just people just standing there not doing anything. It drives me crazy.
Just getting an Uber to go to the main venue feels like it could be a thriller movie, because you're in the lobby waiting and hoping somebody's going to accept your fare, and you have to get to the venue in the next 30 minutes. This morning, it took me 45 minutes to find a taxi or even an Uber to get to the venue. And then coming out of the venue, everybody's fighting for an Uber, everybody's fighting for a taxi. It's just a bit of a logistical nightmare, because everybody needs to go to the same place and leave roughly at the same time. How about like parting words? Anything you want to say to the audience, fans, readers, blah, blah, blah? Coming to these trade shows is, again, an honor and a privilege. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of sleepless nights, but we do it because we are passionate about technology, and more importantly, we are so dedicated to making sure you guys are well informed and know what is happening in the world of tech. Honestly, none of this would be happening without your guys' support.
We understand that there are, thousands and millions of people out there that would love to come to MWC or other trade shows like this, but can't. And we want to do whatever we can to make you feel like you've been here. So always let us know. You can always reach out to us directly or through our public email and let us know what you think.
If you ever get a chance to come to something like WNC, you should absolutely take it.
MWC.
MWC, right. If you ever get a chance to come to something like MWC, you should absolutely do it. And it's just kind of like for the vibe and having all these people that like tech in the same area. And it's kind of like mingling with people that you don't necessarily meet on a day-to-day basis. And if you get a chance, why not head to Barcelona and have a look at it?
We've done a lot of content from MWC 2024, and it's all out there on our website and on our YouTube channel. So make sure that you reward our hard work, and please go and watch our videos on Android Authority's YouTube channel.
Keep watching Android Authority and keep reading our sites and our articles and news and everything, because I think we're doing a good job. Yes. Thank you.
Awesome. Oh, nice. Okay. Sick. Cool. High five! Give me a high five!
Oh, I thought you were in focus.